Hi, I'm Randy Altman with Post Perspective. It is day 3 of NAB 2025, and this is Christy from Foundry, and we're going to talk about, they had some new releases recently. Do you want to jump in with Nuke, or you want to jump in with Nuke Stage?
Well, first, thanks for having me. It's great
Sure.
to see you at the show. So we could start with Nuke Stage. That's the biggest, announcement we brought to NAB. So we just launched a new product, Nuke Stage. It's a new tool set for virtual production. It's a standalone application. It doesn't rely on game engines or specific hardware. It's all about taking industry standard workflows and tool sets for VFX, tailoring those to work in a real-time on-set environment to do really 2D, 2.5D, and a bit of 3D style virtual production. So really taking the strengths and the tools that artists are used to from working in Nuke, and using that to really join up the workflow that can now go from pre-production to on-set and into post when you use Nuke and Nuke Stage.
Do you feel that this is going to make virtual production accessible to more people that weren't working in it before?
Yes, definitely. Using those VFX artist skills in that environment, as well as letting VFX artists have a greater influence really over the whole process, so that you can set that the standard of what you want to look to be, have consistency in your workflow and your assets all the way through. That's a big part of it. When we talk to people about it as well, people who do work on the stage who maybe were previously VFX artists but are now working in other tools and really retrained in that environment, and when we show them Nuke Stage, they're really excited to be back into something that feels so familiar. The tool sets they know these workflows are really efficient, and also that just ability to connect that virtual art stage with what they're working on, greater consistency, hopefully greater efficiency as well.
It's interesting because when virtual production first came out, everybody was sort of piecing together different kinds of workflows.
Yes.
And it's settled in a little bit, but this is a new offering for them. So you guys are here at NAB with a demo on the Brompton stand?
Yes, so we've been doing some demos on the Brompton stand. We've also had some meeting suites in the Renaissance to show people. So nice demo set up there. And of course, we released it, so all the information is on our website, and people can go sign up to register their interest. We have launched it; it's officially launched and available, but we've had really a big wave of interest, and we want to manage that initial experience to
Sure.
Make sure everyone has a good experience, and we can support the people that are just starting to use it.
Well, in addition to that, you have a new version of Nuke.
Yes, the other thing which we're showing at NAB, which we're really excited about, is Nuke 16. So a release that came out just a couple weeks ago. It's a big one. The really leading update within it is multishot compositing. So this, Nuke is for forever been a single shot compositor. So one global context, you can work at massive scale, but it is one shot at a time. For years though, our customers have really hacked it to do multiple shots in one script, but it's not really performance. It's hacky by definition.
Yeah.
So multi-shot is a native way to do this kind of multi-shot sequence-based workflow in Nuke. It adds a ton of efficiency for artists, for teams. We've actually had it in beta, kind of hidden away for about a year, maybe a little over a year at this point, and we already had studios using it in production. And since we've launched it, really the uptake has been so fast. It's really exciting.
So is there a learning curve for your typical Nuke user, or no? It
is a new workflow. There are, you're thinking about, instead of having your one graph that's now all one shot, you do have some kind of smart switching and things you need to set up to change that context. But it's not unintuitive, I would say. And certainly I think it's easier than what people were doing before with things like expressions or the view system, which were really complex workflows to set up.
Okay. Now, were there some recent updates to Mari as well? Or am I making that up?
Yeah, so the last Mari release was end of last year. So Mari and Katana each have new versions.
Okay.
Katana is very much progressing on its native USD path, so more tools coming into the native USD workflow, and some good performance updates alongside that. With Mari, there was another exciting update in that release, which is 2D painting. So now instead of needing to go out to a separate package to do 2D paint, you could do that within Mari. So when you're building your textures and refining them, 2D paint mode, I think it's really exciting. It's something that people have wanted for a long time. Already we get asked for when can I have that in Nuke? People also want it, as part of that workflow. And yeah, it's one that's just starting, but I think there's a lot of potential for that to really expand what you can do in Mari.
Amazing. Anything else that should be mentioned that I haven't asked? Any other products, any other updates? Or do we want to just point people to your website for information, demo? They want to book a demo, anything like that?
Yeah, I think we've covered all the updates, right? Between Nuke Stage, obviously super exciting, Nuke 16, and then Mari and Katana. Yes, like I said, everything is at foundry.com, and you can see the Nuke Stage page there. Sign up in the form to register your interest, and the team will get back with all the information that you need to test it out.
Fantastic. Christy, thank you so much.
Thank you, Randy. It's great.